you first, whatever you do in your life, first make sure that your first thought is like you're adding value. And it's all because of consistency. Like it started with 2030, now it's reaching 1000 plus.
Could you share how does it feel to see such amazing growth?
Well, I'm beyond grateful for the growth that happened. Like it started as an experiment. Uh, like in August 1st, I decided let's start, start posting on LinkedIn. Let's share whatever I read, I listen, and I associate with the kind of people. So then it's all, and right now I came at 32,000, which is amazing. And I didn't expect this. It was like my year-end goal, but I reached like a month before. So I'm pretty grateful for that.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
targeting the month till September, is it?
Yes, September 31st, 30th. Yeah.
Because you started writing on LinkedIn in September.
August 1st was my first post.
So
Yeah.
within a year, probably you'll reach almost 40,000 at the pace you're going.
Hopefully. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you also, one of the things which I've noticed about your posts is that you get consistently 1,000 plus likes on almost every single post. How do you manage to do that?
So, initially when I started out, I used to get 10, 20, 30, but I had a few friends and connections who were supporting me, and I used to add my post in all my family group. But then after a point, I realized that your content will speak for yourself. So make sure that you keep on adding valuable content. And I also make sure that I connect with a lot of people on a daily basis, like new people, so that they get my post, they see my post. And it's all because of consistency. Like it started with 2030, now it's reaching 1000 plus. So it's all because of consistent posting, is what I feel. Yeah.
Awesome. So when you say you connect with new people, you mean to say you DM them directly and you speak to them?
Yes, I DM them. I even book a call if they have available. And I even see if, we can connect through other mediums like WhatsApp, Twitter, or somewhere. So it just to understand more about the creator world. I also connect with creators. I connect with regular individuals who are not creating content. So just to understand how they are liking the content, whether they are liking or what are they want in life, and just as a get to know each other. When and surprisingly everybody is very open. Nobody will feel like, that why is this girl
I
reaching
see.
out to me every, yeah. So they will all respond, even they are connecting. So it's a great platform for me
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. So I think I've felt that about LinkedIn as well. It's a very open and very supportive
Yeah.
platform compared to, for example, Twitter, which is very toxic.
Twitter is brutal.
Yeah.
It's just how they say, right? India is not for beginners. Twitter is not for beginners.
Right. Very true. Yes. So why did you start your LinkedIn journey? Was there anything which triggered you to start?
Yes, so actually, I wanted to help people. Like, I attend a lot of leadership seminars, entrepreneurship seminars, apart from my work. So I wanted to share whatever I learned from that, and I also provide them a platform like to build a side hustle. So I want people to, understand that your job will help you in certain ways. Of course, it'll help you for your needs and everything. But in the longer run, just how the competition is growing, you should always think about having like a second source of income or like a side hustle where you can, excel and then eventually turn it into a full time if you want. Otherwise, it's always good to have that extra source of money. So I keep
Right.
on educating people based on that. And then I also share about my career related things because I've faced a lot of rejections in my job world. So I feel many students will also help in that area.
Yeah, that's one. Some of the posts which I've seen do the best of yours are the ones which you talk about rejections and how you
Ye-
build your resume and stuff like that. Could you
Yes,
talk a
yeah.
little more about the side hustle and how you help people with that?
Yeah, so initially while growing up, my biggest dream was to not do a job. And apparently, I chose a field where it will eventually land up a job. You can't do anything else in like apart from your skills. If you want to start a business, you can do that, but there isn't any other way than, than having any other source of income. So that's when I actually, I was constantly looking, even in my college days, that how can we start earning money before even, you know, before even actually investing a lot of time.
Okay.
And why is it that we only have to give 10 hours a day? Why can't we just give 3 hours a day and still build a side hustle? So that's when I found this platform where, you have to, understand the platform first. And it's like a private platform where I teach people one on one. And you'll also, of course, earn money, but it also helps you to, build your leadership skills, your communication skills, your networking skills. So that really was like a package for me. So that's what I do on LinkedIn as well. Reach out to people, reach out to see if they are looking. But I
Oh,
don't force them as a sale.
right.
That's my target.
You
Yeah,
just
I don't
present the
force people.
present the opportunity to
Yeah,
them and then let them decide whether they want
yeah,
to do with this or not.
yeah. Because it's not for everyone. I've recently understood that people are happy in their jobs,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
which is
True.
surprising to me. And that's like a different perspective. I had to understand that some people are actually happy, so you cannot
Yes,
tell them that
true.
it's not for you or something
Because
like that.
even I am somebody who started a side hustle along my job, and now I'm actually full time pursuing my older side hustle. And now I'm not working in any job. So I'm actually part of your crowd. And I have
Yeah,
observed that actually there are more people who are satisfied with their job and are okay with a consistent salary and X amount of hours a day. They are okay with that kind
right,
of a set routine, and that's what
right,
exactly makes them continue with the job. And I've
correct,
that same phenomenon as well. Not everybody is cut out
correct.
for
Yeah.
heads. They're not really clipping for it.
Yeah, so that's when I don't, I just be friends with them. I don't, that's what LinkedIn taught me, that stop putting your perspective on people's minds, that this is what you have to do. Understand what they're coming from, where they're coming from, what they want actually. See what help they need. Sometimes they just need a friend to talk to. So I become
Right.
that person also. Yeah.
That's beautiful. So could you share any leadership lessons that you learned in your side hustle?
Yeah. So one of the things that I've read this amazing book called The Go Giver, and it's like an amazing book. So it says that, you first, whatever you do in your life, first make sure that your first thought is like you're adding value.
Right.
So whether you create content, whether you talk to people, whether you are in a new job, anywhere, first think about how can you add value to this organization, to this stuff that you're doing. Because most of the time, we want to do is just
Take.
take. Yeah, we don't want to give people. We just want to take. We just want to take them those ideas. We just want them to, give us referrals, give us new jobs, give us more pay. But why would they do that? So first add value. So this was something that I did it in my first job as well. Like I had very low salary in my first job, like a base package.
Yeah.
But I was given a responsibility which was not compared to that base package. But I did
Complain.
not
You didn't complain
think
about
about,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that let me just add value, and in a year, I got a promotion nobody gets. So,
Right.
it will always help you. Even on LinkedIn, it has helped me. Like I first started adding value, started showing people what I have experienced, and then I started expecting something from them, like if they'll leave a comment or if they'll just like my post. But so it's one of the biggest lessons I've learned, and I recommend this book to everyone, whoever I meet. It's The Go Giver. You should read it. It's an amazing read. Yeah.
Definitely, I'll also read this. And I've actually read a lot of leadership books from Simon Sinek and don't know if you've
Yeah.
heard of John C. Maxwell. He's written a book called
Yes. Yeah.
Developing the Leader Within You, which is also really powerful leadership books. Also, what you spoke
Yes.
about the promotion aspect, right? And that's absolutely true because I've gotten promoted like 6, 7 times in my first job, and always the responsibility comes before the promotion. The
Right.
people think
Correct.
that okay, once let me get promoted and then I'll take up more work, but then they don't realize that the people above will first need to see you that you can perform it as well, and only then
Correct.
you'll be
Correct.
open to promoting and accepting the fact that yes, you're now ready to take ahead.
Right. Yeah. That's all about, like, first add value and then expect
Yeah,
anything in return.
exactly. And that's something which I feel a lot of younger generation these days are moving away from it. They don't
missing
want
out. Yeah.
extra responsibility.
Yeah, they want easy money, they want quick stuff, they don't want not all, but I've seen that that's the kind of like, I'll just work these many hours a day. Sometimes you have to work more, sometimes you have to
Yeah.
give more, ask for more work, ask for more responsibilities. That's the kind of showing that you are, interested
Be the
in.
go-giver, not the
Yeah,
taker. Yeah, true.
yeah,
So, how did you have a different I mean, do you think this phenomenon is because of the influencers and on TikTok and Instagram that's leading to this sort of a culture where people feel I should not be giving more time to my job and not listen to the manager and they're exploiting me? Those kind of
yeah.
thoughts.
Somewhere like the social media made us believe that job world is a cruel world. So even I have come, like I have also thought that yeah, you're right, but it's not that bad because I love my job and I never like felt that I would say that I love my job. Even growing up, I never wanted to do a job, but I love my job because they are understanding there. And I've always been grateful to have great managers. Even in my first job, I'm connected with them still until now. So it's probably because people have had bad experiences and they want some voice out. So they are saying it in a way because some people are actually have faced a lot of bad managers and I've seen that
Yeah,
myself. So that's why they're saying it that you should not, you should have work life balance and all that is great, but don't put the job world down. That's what I wanted to say. And I've also learned it very recently that you should not do that, and it's not that bad. You with communication, with proper switch, maybe just
right
switch roles if
environment,
you.
right
Yeah,
environment,
right
right
environment.
culture.
Yeah, right culture. So that's really
Absolutely.
helped me. Yeah.
Because I have been on both sides. I've been in a job which I loved for 7+ years, and then I was in a job which I hated for about 1 year, and has completely to do with the manager. There was no other
Yeah,
reason which I
correct.
didn't really like the job because and if you find the right manager, I think your job can actually be even better than maybe a business
Yeah,
because business you have to
yeah.
toil a lot more than job.
I didn't wanted to leave my first job, but of course you have to move to different roles. You have to learn more, explore more. But just because of my manager, I didn't wanted to leave. But then she told me that what if I move out tomorrow? Then what will you do? I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
You take up the
So that,
manager's position.
yeah, right.
So let's go back to LinkedIn now. So how has this amazing success on LinkedIn helped you? Has it given you any more new opportunities, opened up anything new?
Yes, so a lot of people reach out to me to for LinkedIn help, and now I started taking like a cut because anything I used to give everything for free in the beginning months.
Yeah,
So then this has become like a source of income where I can teach people to how to grow on LinkedIn. I didn't expect that. And I've collaborated with a couple of brands, so I didn't expect that as well. So it's a great way of, making money. Plus another thing that I recently felt like I love writing and I write every day. So, and I make sure that I write every day, come up with new ideas. So I'll probably now move this writing to another platform as well. Like there are multiple platforms. So and one of the best things is like writing is equal to clear thinking. That's what my
exactly.
current manager says, that it's clear thinking. Keep on writing completely. So this has helped me in multiple ways. Like I can help people, it can help me, and now I found my another passion that
Passion.
I'll write more. Yeah.
So what other platforms are you exploring right now?
So I'm going on Medium now.
Okay.
Slowly, I'm still exploring, and I'm still learning how one can, write well. And of course, I'm starting to, maybe write more in one of my. I'm thinking about starting a new newsletter. So let's see how it's
Mhm.
responding. So it's more about personality leadership, well, like a weekly tips, and in media maybe something all over the world. I don't know. I'm still exploring how, but these are the two ways I'm thinking that I can connect with more larger audience who are more into reading and not just visual stuff.
Visual. Mhm.
Yeah.
You're not gonna write on or make stuff on Instagram or YouTube.
I want to, but I don't know if what happens with Instagram and me is that I don't have control of that scrolling.
Okay.
Can someone please remove that Reels tab? Then I can only make content over there. It's just so
Addictive. Yeah.
distraction. And that's the thing. Like, if I don't want people to get distracted, like creating content on that platform will allow others also to get distracted, and the others will also get excited. But then you just can't help it. It's just
Yeah.
the uh, they've cracked our mind, they've cracked
Minds.
our attentions.
Yeah.
It's just that's why even same as with YouTube, because on YouTube also they have shorts. So I'm just thinking like I'm just helpless. It's like an excuse, but I'm just distracted too much to use both of them. So let's see, maybe YouTube, I'll see if I can create long
Maybe
form, but
one way you
that's
can
like
hack that is
yeah.
you can use a platform to schedule your posts on Instagram or post through another platform instead of posting through Instagram directly. Like all of these
Okay.
social media posting platforms are there, right? Like
Oh,
Puffbird
right.
or
Yeah.
there is Buffer, there is HubSpot, stuff like that.
But then I've attended a lot of workshops for Instagram as well. One of the things that they tell that you have to be on the platform,
So
engage with other creators, add stories, and
just like in
uh,
LinkedIn, right? You comment more
eh,
and you get more visibility.
yeah. So how can one be? And the thing is, they don't show you what you want to see. After a point, they show you what they want you to see. So then that becomes very challenging.
True. It's definitely tough, I agree. But yeah, I think if you can grow this much on LinkedIn, then you can probably grow
Yeah.
the platform. So yeah, maybe for the future.
Yeah, maybe for the future.
So who are your favorite top five favorite LinkedIn creators?
So, one of them is Niharika, if you know
Yeah,
Niharika
Niharika
Kaur
Kaur. So
Sodi.
uh,
Yeah, I love how she writes. I love the way her perspective comes into writing. Like, you actually feel that you're in that position. If she writes about travel, then I feel I'm also traveling with her. So the kind of clarity that comes in her writing, that's why I love her writing. And there are many others. Like, initially when I started, there was Justin Welch. I
yeah.
make sure that I am in one of his few seconds of commenters, because then
Oh
he replies, and
yes.
then it just makes my day, because he remembers, right? If you're replying, he remembers that you reply he replied to your comment. So he's one of my favorite. And one of other is Matt Gray, if you know
Yeah.
Matt Gray. What he
Founder,
does, he's
founder
just,
of it.
yeah, he'll write on a piece of paper and then he'll post a
Posts
picture
that.
about it.
That's
So creative.
yeah.
Yeah, that is so creative. Like, it was crazy to know that. From India, I feel, yeah, I said Niharika Kaur Suri, and I also like Sahil Bloom. Of course, he's in US, but the way he shares about his leadership.
Hmm.
And who else? Right now, I can't think of any, but yeah, I do engage. The ones who I engage with on a daily basis, I make sure that I read their
These.
posts.
So you basically
Yeah,
put a timer for their
yeah,
post schedule and you wait for the timer
yeah.
to post.
I even like your content, like the way
Oh.
you put it. I'm going to start the black. I'm going to take inspiration from it. I'm going to do that because I'm running out of pictures now. So
I took
I'm going
inspiration
to
from
do that.
Justin Welsh to do that. The way he
Oh,
takes the posts, right? Most of his posts, I get
yeah,
the same picture with the
yeah,
content, and then we elaborate more on that. Because I just
yes,
follow
correct.
Justin Welsh, like whatever he does, and I love his content. The number one, probably the best creator on LinkedIn for me.
Yeah.
So I just try to do whatever he's doing.
Right. And I make sure that, as you mentioned, right, my notification is on for
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I do, but I know his timing. So I make sure that I'm on the platform at that time. And I want to be in the first
Nice.
10 commenter, because
Good.
then he replies and that just makes my day.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I should try to do that and compete with you.
Yeah.
So, what would be if you had to give five tips to new creators and somebody wants to go from 0 to 5,000 followers in, let's say, 2 months? What would those tips?
Right. Yeah, so first tip is like create a schedule. Like, you have to make a schedule in your life to use LinkedIn. You cannot use any random time. Like, I have two alarms in my, that's what I was telling you the other day, that my phone. 9 a.m. I open because generally people post at 9 a.m. and then evening at 5:30 p.m. That's the time I engage. So rule one is create a schedule. Rule two is first make sure that you have a profile optimized, add whatever you've done. You have a good cover photo, good profile picture. Your profile should be very well, have make sure you have a skills and everything mentioned. Rule three is comment. Before even creating, start liking and commenting things that you would want to read and things that you will love to read, or things that you will like to write. So do that. You don't have to comment everywhere. Pick your five, six creators and you can be good to
Be a,
go.
be a giver first.
Yeah, be a giver first. Then fourth is start sharing, start writing about your content. Like what do you want to write about? Like write about your experiences, your rejections, your travel stories, your conversations. I write about everything that happens in my day-to-day life. And then fifth is be consistent. I did not get instant growth. October, November, December. In January is when my first post hit 300 likes.
Right.
So you have to be consistent. I even left in between for like 5, 6 days because I gave up. But then
Oh,
I again had to start from zero. So then
okay.
again in December, because people will forget you. You are not like a celebrity that people will remember you. So you have to keep on posting every day to keep on adding value in a way that people will love reading your stuff.
Post.
So another just sixth bonus tip is talk about your things that you feel that you overcame and you think people will it will help others. Like for me, rejections, like nobody was there for me, of course, after family and friends to tell me that it's okay, you not cracked like 90 plus interviews, it's okay, keep on giving into. Nobody was there to tell me like a professional person. So then that's when I add that content and it helps many people. So that's just like an example. So
True.
that's the
When you talk
moment
about
where,
your failure and how you overcame it, the right people relate to it a lot.
yeah,
Right. Amazing. Thank you for the tips. So one question which I always have with creation is it's a stressful thing because we don't get likes and there are some days where you don't get ideas what to write. You sometimes you put a lot of effort into something and it doesn't work. You feel it should work, but it
yeah,
doesn't. Sometimes you don't do anything and it works. So how do you have any mechanism to deal with stuff like that?
yeah. So what I do is in initially, first of all, I what I do is on a daily basis I put on ideas. Like if you can refer 10 ideas a day, it's by James. And I don't remember the last name, but yeah,
All
10
to
ideas a day if you
all
just,
to check.
yeah. Yeah. So then he says that every day sit and write 10 things, one, two, three. So at four, I can write four ideas. Fifth idea, but at six, my mind stops working. But that's when you're training your muscle. So this will help you to not be stuck with just one idea. Sometimes what happen entire week we are thinking about like I'll write about this post, and then that post doesn't do well because you don't have
Yeah.
any other ideas in the pipeline. If you know that there are multiple ideas coming up, then you won't be stuck up with one thing. And with likes and everybody is stuck with that, like likes, following and comments. Even I am a very number centric person, so I also see that, oh, this day I did not get too many likes. So it's something everybody has to overcome, so don't be attached to your outcomes. It's very vague, like we don't know what will work, we don't know what will work. Recently my one of my post, when it hit like 300 plus k views, and it just had 500 likes, and one of my posts had 1000 likes and it was just
Fewer impressions.
6000 impressions, not even 100k, just 6000. So I was,
Right.
we don't know what works, so just don't be, have a consistent schedule that will help you. And don't focus on virality, it's crazy. Like I don't know why people talk. You'll hear these words like write about this, it will go viral. Write about
Mhm.
that, that will go viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So do what you love reading. Do what you'll do in the long run. Do what you'll not get bored after 5 years.
Right.
So
You have
think in
to
those terms.
you have to do things which you can continue for a long term and sustain over a period of time.
Yeah, which is you.
Mhm.
Otherwise, what happens is people create an identity in LinkedIn. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
very positive person and I don't joke and all. And then when they meet you, all you can do is joke and share memes. So why don't you can do the same thing on LinkedIn as well. You can be
Yeah.
humorous, you can be funny. Nobody's stopping you. So
Right.
that's what I yeah wanted to
Be yourself,
share
basically.
that.
Be
Be
authentic.
yourself. Yeah. You
Awesome.
don't want to wear multiple hats. That's too
Mm.
much of
You can't
too
sustain that.
much. Yeah.
You will eventually figure out an imposter inside.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Last question. What are your future plans for LinkedIn?
Yeah, so I recently in the morning I was talking to a friend and we I was discussing that I don't want to run behind numbers anymore. I'm not going to do that. Starting September 1st, like I've already reached my yearly goal. So I'm happy now. Starting September 1st, of course I what I do, I write what I love to write, but I'll write more now. I'll be more conscious about my writing. I'll see how, because words have power to change people. Words are powerful. You can take your stand with your words. So I'm going to be more conscious about what I write, what I share on the table. Like I'm not going to give unwanted false hopes that
Mhm.
you can grow on LinkedIn in a minute or something. No,
Mhm.
that's not going to happen. And I'm going to make sure I write more in the next 5 years. I want to grow my Medium platform. So let's see how that goes. So yeah, that's all. And with LinkedIn, it's very wrong. In my first, I don't know why I had this goal. Like I want to reach 30,000 by September this year. It's wrong. You should not. What if I wouldn't have reached that? I would have gone crazy. I would have done random things. So
Just to
don't
hit
do
that
that.
number.
Yeah, just chill and have fun with the platform. You don't want to get irritated with the platform.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All the best for your medium, and all the best for your 100K on LinkedIn as well. And maybe we
Yeah.
can
Thank you
again
so much.
once again when you hit 100K.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.